Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. Today we are tackling a topic that's all about power, money and influence in football. We are talking about sponsorship and why certain industries are spending billions of dollars into the beautiful game. Let's talk about the power games behind football sponsorship and the role of oil industry in shaping the modern football. In this video we will find out how oil companies rule the European football. The football industry is one of the largest revenue-generating sports industry in the world, which generates over 30 billion annually in Europe alone. To put that into perspective, that's more than the entire economy of around 90 countries in the world. A significant portion of this revenue comes from sponsorship. But why do companies invest so much to be seen on jerseys, screens and pitches? The answer is simple: reach. Football is not like the Olympics, which captivates the world every 4 years, or the Super Bowl, which is once a year event. Football is a weekly sport, watched by millions of fans globally. This incredible reach translates into immense power, and companies are willing to pay big chunk of money to get that power. Almost every industry wants a piece of football sponsorship pie. From insurance companies to sport brands and beverages, everyone is paying for visibility. But there is one industry that stands out above the rest: the oil industry. The history of football is linked to the history of oil. Just as football followed oil has followed football. For instance, employees of the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company introduced football to Iran and Qatar. Foreign workers in Romania's oil field helped bring football to the country, with many of Romania's 1930 World Cup team members being those very employees. In the 1940s and 50s, oil money began pouring into football, founding clubs and establishing leagues. However, it's in the last 2 decades that the oil industry's influence in football has skyrocketed. Take Gazprom, the world's largest gas company, which sponsored the Champions League. Their CEO is the vice president of the Russian Football Federation, and the company played a significant role in securing the 2018 World Cup for Russia. Gazprom's influence extends to clubs like Schalke, Red Star Belgrade, and Zenit Petersburg. Another example is Chelsea, which was owned by oil tycoon Roman Abramovich, before Todd Boehly and private equity giant Clear Lake Capital purchased the Chelsea in May 2022. Abramovich invested hundreds of millions into the club, leading them to multiple titles, including the Champions League. Similarly, Manchester City's acquisition by the Abu Dhabi United Group transformed the club into a football empire. In Paris Saint-Germain's reinvention by the state of Qatar turned them into a super club. Barcelona, a club that traditionally managed without a short sponsorship, eventually struck a massive deal with the Qatar Foundation, owned by the state of Qatar. Real Madrid's short sponsor, you guessed it, another energy giant. The influence of oil and gas money is significant in football. It's easy to understand why Nike or Adidas sponsor football. They want fans to buy their products. But why do oil and gas companies invest billions in football? After all, it's not like fans are going to buy oil from Abu Dhabi because they support Manchester City or gas from Russia because they watch the Champions League. To understand this, we need to explore the workings of oil and gas industry. As Elon Musk once said, there are time extensions on the game, but the game is gonna come to an end. Oil and gas are non-renewable resources, and their extraction is become increasingly costly. According to various reports, peak oil was reached in 2019, and the industry is now in terminal decline. This puts immense pressure on oil and gas companies to diversify and maintain a positive public profile. Sponsoring football helps these companies build networks and improve their reputation. For example, Germany is Gazprom's largest customer, and the company's sponsorship of Schalke is part of a broader strategy to maintain a positive image in Germany. The head of Gazprom marketing explained, "We have to tell the people the story about Gazprom. We have to teach them why they can love Gazprom." The oil industry's involvement in football also ties into climate change. The industry is responsible for nearly 3/4 of global greenhouse gas emissions. Gazprom alone is accountable for almost 4% of all greenhouse gas emissions between 1988 and 2015. This environmental impact increases the need for these companies to secure public approval, and football sponsorship offers a way to achieve that. Football, a sport that gets immense global attention, provides a platform for these companies to improve their image. By associating themselves with beloved football clubs, they hope to offset the negative perceptions associated with their environmental impact. Let's take a closer look at Saudi Arabia. A McKinsey study predicts that by 2030, the average household income in Saudi Arabia will fall, the unemployment rate will rise, and the 900 billion government asset will turn into 2 trillion of debts. This paints a pessimist picture for an economy heavily reliant on oil. To cope with this, Saudi Arabia is diversifying its investments, and football plays a significant role in this strategy. By investing in football, the state aims to maintain its influence and economic stability. The acquisition of Newcastle United by the Saudi Public Investment Firm is a prime example of this diversification strategy. The power and money in football rely on players and fans. While it's common to see clubs sponsored by oil and gas money, it's important to remember the impact of our choices. So, the next time you watch a football match, remember there is more at play than just the game. It's a battle for power, influence, and the future of our planet. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Goal Extra for more amazing football content. Let us know in the comments what do you think about influence of oil and gas money in football. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.